All right. So on the left, this is a worksheet that you guys are going to get, right? And it's pretty simple, but I hope it just starts you thinking, because the reason that I cover branding in Weatherproof Your Business, even though, everybody knows branding is one of the first things everybody learns when they're starting a business, but you want to make sure that your branding is cohesive, right? If you have to up and leave your business, which, there I am again. If you have to up and leave your business for a few days or weeks or whatever, and you have to have someone come in, whether it's your business babysitter or somebody a little more long-term, or even if you're hiring someone, you want your brand to sound cohesive. You want it to sound and look like you wrote everything, right? And gosh, hopefully you're not, because hopefully we're all to that point where we're just going to grow enough that we don't have time to do it all ourselves, but you want it to look like the same person was working on it, right? So that is why I like to cover branding in Weatherproof Your Business, because it's not just something that you have to worry about when you hire a team. Yes, it comes in handy that you already have all of this laid out, but it's also nice in a pinch if you, do have to bring in a business babysitter, or you do hire someone a little quicker than you initially thought you would, or if you do have to onboard someone during a super busy time. If you're a product person and it's the day after Thanksgiving and all of a sudden you realize, oh shoot, I need to hire someone and this is my crazy time, I don't have time to train them, at least you'll have little safety nets like this where you can direct them to the brand voice if they're writing emails for you or writing social media content. So that's why I love covering this so much. So what I've got over here on this worksheet is you can circle your brand voice and also your brand aesthetic. So your voice can go beyond your vibe, man. For example, like I'm pretty casual, obviously. I mean, you can even tell from this presentation as I'm popping in and out over here. I'm super casual, fun. I can be a little snarky. And then I would go on to circle my brand aesthetic as if we're talking about Paper Finch here. Outdoorsy, minimal, modern, but fun, energetic. You get the picture. I usually say keep it to about 4 just so you don't confuse people working on your content. And then you have to think about things like emojis. Yes, no, swearing. Do you swear? Do you get a little sassy in your conversation? And things you might not think about. Do you use contractions? I say y'all all the time. So I say heck yeah. I've said heck yeah for years. So it's I would write that down. Say heck yeah. Do you use title case, which is where every letter is capitalized? Don't. That's just my personal opinion. Sentence case or neither? Do you like all lowercase? Do you swear? Covered that. How personal do you want to get? Right? Okay, is this brand going to be formal? Am I going to talk about my personal life? Or is your social media manager allowed to talk about your personal life or their personal life? Do you punctuate? Actually comes in, it's more important than you think. If you're writing headlines, do you punctuate? If you're doing bulleted lists, do you punctuate? These are things that, although minor, clients and followers and customers will kind of subconsciously notice, and we want them to be cohesive. Do you use I or we? That's a big one that people always talk about. Where do you use I or we? For me, I use we on social media. I use I in my emails, and then I always use I for Weatherproof or my personal brand, because it really is just me. But Paper Finch is a we, so I use we on social media. Or we use we, I should say. Do you use your industry's jargon? Think about that one, because if you're writing for people within your industry, that's fine. But if you're not, if I start talking about kerning or leading or M-space, people aren't going to know what I mean unless I'm writing for other graphic designers. Same with, photographers or coaches or doctors, whatever you do. Just be aware of that and how much is too much. What words and phrases do you often use? I mentioned y'all and heck yeah. What words and phrases do you never use? I can think of a couple and I don't even want to say them. because they're just so not me. And I don't really swear too much. Not that it bugs me, but I just don't. So these are things you want to write down. And then, are you pro kitten videos? It's the most important one. No, it's not, but I thought it was worth putting down. A cohesive brand voice will help your brand stay consistent no matter who's creating your content. That's what it all boils down to, right? We want to weatherproof your business to make sure that it doesn't even occur to anyone that you're not holding the reins, that you're not writing every caption, that you're not pumping out every content. Every content, is that grammatically correct? All right, let's move on to the